Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of our query tutorial playlist that we have here for EMP. So in this video I want to show you the formatfield command. So basically let's go to the manual and grab some example here. For example, this one. So as always, we have here some random records that we want now to format, but we don't want to have the whole line in a specific color, but we want to have the specific fields here that we want to have formatted, and for that we can use the formatfield command. So for example, we have here an index that we want to align to the right. So when we look at the index, currently it's not formatted, but when we format it, then it is stuck to the right. So this is one example of a formatter. So now how do we get this formatter? So one way is we go into the manual and we scroll down here and we read all that stuff, what is quite a lot, and we don't really want to do that. So the easier way is we just go place our cursor where we want to insert something. We hit Control Space. And now here we have all the available formatters that you can choose. And let's see, for index, let's say we take a prefix. For example, we can say E equals. And now you see we have a prefix E equals 0. Good, so let's go to the value. So we have here 4 different formatters, and these are all added for this specific field. So if I hit enter here, you see that we have a prefix mighty balance, we have a postfix which is $, and we have a threshold. So basically the value here is colored based on the threshold, 5 thresholds that you are giving here. So, and this is basically just green, light green, yellow, orange, and red. Let's have a little bit less red and a little bit less orange to do it a little bit nicer for the management. Let's say 39. Good, so this is more to the liking of the management. Now, this is one way how you can do that. Another way is you can actually use an array. Let's just do prefix and postfix, an array of formatters, and we have a missing comma here. So, and you see both of these formatters are added to the value field. Now, another good thing is you can also, on the left hand side of the assignment, you can also specify an array if you want to use the same formatting rules for a specific field, for multiple fields. So, and that makes it very, very easy to format multiple fields with the same thing, so you don't have to copy paste the lot of stuff. Now let's have a look at some other formatters. For example, the last login here, that's milliseconds. We don't really want to show that to our customers. So here we have timestamp, and this is basically the format. Default, you can change that if you want, but you see we have now here the time as a time and not as milliseconds. Then we have here a URL. URLs often tend to use a lot of space. For that, what we can do is we can format this, let's say control space here, with link. And we have here, oh yeah, but I didn't explain so far, like these arrays here, they are basically the specifications of the formatter, and the first value is always the name of the formatter, and every other value inside here are the parameters for this specific formatter. So this will create a link with the text open link as a button, with this font awesome icon, and the target is black. Good. So you see now we have a URL here that is just much smaller than the actual URL. You can also here, for example, say you want to have a text, and then it's a text. You can remove this here, and then you just get the URL. So these are kind of the things that you can do with this formatter. And also, by the way, you don't have to specify the parameters. The ones that you get when you are using the content assist. So these are always the default values. So you can just leave all that and you just get the default. Like this. Good. Now what else do we have? Now you could also, sometimes you want to have different formats specified with different conditions. For that we have the case formatter, where you can define specific cases like this. And you can also combine that, for example, with the CSS formatter. So this here is quite extreme example of that, what you can do. So the data that we get here is some random data. We have here a status field with emergency, danger, excellent, and stuff like that. And based on that, we now want to have our formatting. So we use the case formatter, and how this works is basically the first one is the name of the formatter, and then the next one is a condition, and every second one after that is basically the format that we want to have for that. So basically here we have condition, it has to be warning, and we have here the condition orange, add the format orange, and then the condition excellent or good, and we apply another formatter which is CSS with color light green. And then we have another condition, danger or emergency, and here we have a whole array of different formatters that will apply various CSS, uppercase, align to center, and a postfix and a prefix. And when we do that here, you see how far you can go with that. So you can really basically define everything that you want, that you can define in CSS. And yeah, with that you can get a lot done as you need it. And yeah, that's basically everything. The only thing that I can show you as well is maybe an Easter egg. So if we go here and we say we take the let's say UUID and fruit and color, then we can here, this one is not in this list because it's an Easter egg. So the formatter is called Easter eggs. And basically this one turns every 0 and every O in your text into an Easter egg. As you see, it gets nice and colorful, and yeah, I hope you can impress somebody with that, and I wish you a lot of colorful dashboards with this format field command.